the fuck does that mean, Tariq? Why do black people always name their kids after the shittiest culture in the world, Islam? Yo, we was kings. We was named Tariq. All right, let's get to Lance. That's taking too long. Lance, you there?
Hey, Gav.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Brej.
Um, so you do no wanks, right?
Yeah, I broke a couple of weeks ago, but I'm in no wanks, absolutely.
Because that bed looks like a wanker's bed.
That bed is I've been holidays and whatnot at my parents and hanging out with my brother and whatnot.
Oh, I know how it is when you're with your parents. You don't make your bed.
Hmm.
Anyway, so were you at Ohio State yesterday?
Yeah, so I born and raised in Columbus, so I actually have a story that your show's going to get first. You were kind of talking about the pew, 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 like Saving Private Ryan thing. A veteran friend of mine drops his girlfriend off right at that sort of like little corridor every morning.
Uh-huh.
He has his concealed carry. He actually got hit by an RPG in Afghanistan. So this dude's been in combat, hardcore guy, like has his concealed carry. He drops his girlfriend off at Watts Hall every morning. She was sick that day, but he was talking to me. He's like, God, if I saw the motherfucker, I would have just killed him.
Yeah.
So he could have been right there.
Well, I was going to say I wish he was, but we got him.
Yeah, we did.
It's funny how I think liberals watch so much TV and so many stupid movies that they think you could just like shoot someone's earbuds out of their ear and say, "Stop listening to that music. I'm Jesse James." You're fucking shitting your pants. You're aiming for the center of the target, and that is where the vital organs are.
I couldn't believe like the liberal outrage for, oh, why did they shoot that guy? He's a black man and da 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 da. Like he was knifing like 10, 11 people and just stabbing faculty members. Like you don't give him any, there's no grace involved in that. You just shoot the motherfucker. Like,
Yes.
what the fuck?
So where were you? Were you actually on campus?
I went. When I heard about it in the morning, I was like getting up and drinking coffee, and I immediately said, "This is going to be a Somali," because I've grown up here my whole life. We are the second largest Somali population in the United States, barring I think some big city in Minnesota or whatnot. So we have a high density, and they're all kind of in this little corridor on the east side of Columbus, and nobody really thinks about it, like the quote unquote flyover state and shit like that. Nobody thinks about like your mom and pop town, Columbus, Ohio, this shit happening. But
Lance, why are you on this show?
To talk to you. I don't know how to answer that.
You weren't there, and the scoop that you gave me is that a guy that you know is sometimes there who also wasn't there.
I have more. I don't know.
What do you got? This is useless. You're in the same city as them? What, you think it's hard to find someone in Columbus, Ohio?
Yeah, well, a friend of mine was one of the people that got shot by the cops.
Oh, that's pretty good. All right, let's jump to that.
Yeah, I fucking just cut my knees off.
Who got shot by the cops?
Another friend of mine, this story, I talked to Charles C. Johnson late last night. We broke the story on Got News. I sent John the link. The media hasn't picked up on it. When nobody died, they kind of they stopped talking about the story. They went back to Trump tweets and shit like that.
Right.
So her friend is the roommate of the person that got shot.
Okay.
So when they shot the perpetrator, which is it was the OSU police department, when they shot them, the bullet either pierced or they had 2 rounds go. She got shot in the leg.
Oh, wow.
Nobody's talked about this. Got News and Charles C. Johnson, we broke the story last night. It's not corroborated to like where it could be on CNN and shit like that, but hopefully today it'll shake out a little more.
Yeah, we know how thorough CNN is with their fact checking.
Yeah, there's the story I sent to John. So we broke this last night. Chuck Johnson and some of the guys from the research group online. So it's going to be interesting to see this shake out. And it's not an anti-police thing, but it's the media kind of burying the story just because it didn't fit their narrative.
Yeah. And this is sort of fits their narrative because someone got hurt in the crossfire. That's kind of bad.
But it's a woman, so.
Yeah. All right. Is that all you got?
Well, we actually, I mean, if I had a little more time. So the Somali refugee thing, if you remember back in February, we had an attack on a Jewish deli by a guy named Mohammed Berry. So this is kind of like a string of attacks that people kind of aren't linking together.
Right.
That the Somali refugee community actually is a big, thing in Columbus, Ohio. People kind of forget about.
Well, one thing no one talks about with Somalian refugees is they're dicks because they come from fucking Somalia, which is the place where anyone who's not a dick dies instantly. So you take someone from Dick Central, they're going to be dicks. We have them in Ottawa in Canada. We call them Mollies. My brother got in a fight with one kid because they stole his skateboard, and the entire family shows up in minivans screaming racism. Like there's any history with Ottawans and Somalians. Yeah, okay, so it sounds like the refugee shit isn't going great there.
Yeah, well, they run the cabs here too. Like every time my mom travels a lot, so but over the years of growing up, it's like, God, I hope I don't leave anything in my car. They're gonna like find where I live, and these Somali cab mafias are gonna come like take my mother and rape her.
What? Look, I'm as Islamophobic as the next guy, but that's a bit of a stretch.
No, the cabbies at Columbus Airport, they're all together.
Right.
And they run this little
And they're going to rape your
mafia.
mother?
No, but they when people go out of town, they go to their homes. They look for business cards. They look for information.
Oh, I see.
Where they live. So, so they could, injure somebody or stuff like that. It's this weird little niche that nobody really talks about because it's racist.
Do you got evidence of this?
It's all conjecture. It's all anecdotal. Yeah.
All right, Lance. Well, thank you for coming on the show. It was great talking to you. I look forward to you actually having some scoops next time.
Hey, is what it is.
All right, buddy. Make your bed. Well, that sucked. I have a friend who was almost there. Someone got shot in the knee. How are they? They're fine. Okay. Well, this just in. knee pain going on in Ohio that the media is not covering, and Somalian cab drivers are raping your husband, they're raping your wife, they're raping everybody up in here. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Can we get to what's really important here, which is Tariq Nasheed? I want to see his photo.